Yo, it's Tusai Anime here, and you guys know on this channel we like to dive into characters' deeper meanings and seeing what influenced the development of this character's personalities, abilities, and etc. and where this influence came from. We've done this a couple of times with different characters like Sukuna, Toji, and Boruto, but today we are going to talk about one of the most beloved characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. The fandom fell in love with her personality, looks, strength, and the fact she trained everyone's favorite character with CTE. Todo. That man Todo was the MVP for multiple arcs for me. He was the MVP for the Goodwill arc and how he was training Yuki how to use his curse energy. And he also was the MVP in the Shibuya incident arc for me personally, because if it wasn't for him, Yuji would have still been on that floor crying and Mahito would have killed him instantly. And once again, Mahito did nothing wrong, bro. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Let's move back to the main topic. So I was doing some research on different sci-fi topics and how it relates to ancient religions, etc. And I discovered a similarity between Yuki and an ancient god within a well-respected religion, Hinduism. In the anime/manga world, we see a lot of authors take influences from ancient religions and ancient folklore to create characters and their abilities. A very popular franchise did this a lot, and it's the Naruto franchise. A lot of characters are based off ancient folklore and or ancient religions. For example, like the three Sannin, Orochimaru, Jiraiya, and Lady Tsunade. Sasuke's abilities like Amaterasu and the Susanoo, and a couple of the MS Sharingan abilities. The list can go on, but you get my point. And the Naruto franchise isn't the only franchise that uses Japanese folklore to influence some of the characters. I even pointed out in the old video about Oraume how she represents the Yuki-Oni from Japanese folklore. It's very common and it's very fun to discover it on your own. So let's dive into Yuki. If you've been a part of the sci-fi community or just fell in love with sci-fi movies, then you would know the ancient religion of Hinduism gets shouted out a lot in these movies, even in old series like Ancient Aliens. If you had older siblings, you probably spent time watching this show with a man with a crazy afro saying aliens was the cause for everything in ancient civilization. Aliens. Now even modern astrologists and scientists are giving Hinduism its props because their ancient texts show a great understanding of concepts like black holes, time, space, and etc. Blowing the minds of scientists, because how would they know of how did ancient Hindu mystic without the proper technology to explore space? Even mainstream's favorite concept of the multiverse can be traced back to the ancient Hindu texts. When I tell you everything has a multiverse, Marvel has their multiverse, Power Rangers has their own multiverse, and let's not forget the Spider-Man multiverse. But what does this have to do with Yuki? During our research, we found that Yuki had a lot of similarities to an ancient god called Lord Shiva. Let's dive into these similarities and let me cook. One of Yuki's main ability that blew everybody away was the fact that she can stack mass on top of mass and create a black hole. In the Hindu religion, the black hole is associated with the god Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva performs his dance called the Tendava, this dance of destruction and creation embodies the internal cycle of the universe, creating and destroying old and new energy. The black hole is a counterpart of this dance because a black hole sucks up everything in the area, creating a cosmic dance with the stars and planets being absorbed by the black hole. We saw the same thing happen when Yuki unleashed her black hole ability during her fight against Kenjaku. When Yuki was cut in half, the last plan was to unleash a black hole and have Lord Tengen contain it within one of his barriers. Yuki's black hole could have destroyed the whole world if she wanted to. Just showing you how much of a godly presence Yuki had within the series. No character in the Jujutsu Kaisen verse could have stopped Yuki if she wanted to unleash her black hole and destroy everything. Let's not forget, most of Yuki's abilities dealt with space. Her curse technique was called Star Rage. She is able to defy the law of physics and increase mass in her body, giving her super strength, just like a black hole. And let's not forget, she was also a star plasma vessel, a ritual where an old person is destroyed and a new person is recreated, just like Lord Shiva's dance of cosmic destruction and creation. There was another similarity with Yuki and Lord Shiva, And this similarity was Lord Shiva's third eye. His third eye seeing past the physical, looking past souls, the universe, and everything. This is kind of funny because Yuki's whole research was based on moving past the physical and studying the souls to help her destroy the cycle of cursed spirits, removing cursed energy from humans. We are currently seeing Yuki's research being put to the test during the final fight with Sukuna in the manga. So we can say Yuki was way ahead of her time, and I wish we got to see her more. At first I didn't mind her dying, but now when you dive into her character, it was a lot of wasted potential there. What's done is done. Let's go back to Yuki's fight with Kenjaku. In chapter 205, we see Kenjaku summon a special grade cursed spirit, the same cursed spirit that he summoned in chapter 201 against the American soldiers. This cursed spirit's name is Ganesha. Ganesha was a special grade Asian divine curse controlled by Kenjaku. It was a giant curse with an elephant head and a human-like body with 4 arms. But the most important thing about Ganesha, he is one of the sons of Lord Shiva. So Yuki fighting against Ganesha in her battle against Kenjaku solidifies the fact that a lot of Yuki's characteristics came from Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva also destroyed Ganesha. Ganesha was created by a goddess molded from mud, and this boy used to protect her in the bathhouse. One day, Lord Shiva came home and saw him. The child wouldn't listen to Lord Shiva and move out his way, so he attacked the child, cutting off the head. He then replaced the head with an elephant's head and brought the child back to life. Because his wife was so mad at him for doing what he did, Ganesha is highly respected and celebrated in both the Hindu and Japanese culture. His ability to remove obstacles is also based off their folklore with these two characters in a respected culture. This further shows us that Yuki's abilities and characteristics are a visual representation of Lord Shiva. Yuki, respectively, was a god of her verse, and her mission was to create and transform cursed energy to create something new, to end the repeated cycle of cursed spirits, freeing the sorcerers and humans from constant pain and war. Did all of this while holding the ability to destroy the entire verse with one snap of her finger. If that isn't godlike to you, I don't know what to tell you. Yuki is one of those characters that I would love to see a one-shot manga in the future of, or at least a couple novels about her journeys and her research. I know a lot of people will agree because her time in the series fell short and she was cut down too quickly, in my opinion. Yuki will forever be known as the fallen god of the Jujutsu Kaisen verse. But that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. I'm out.